It doesn't have to be like that.
There were a group of Americans, not very long ago, that were told they wouldn't, that they couldn't amount to much in life. Those men became known as the Tuskegee Airmen.
The concept of the project originally started with the CAF Red Tail Squadron. They gave us some parameters and allowed us to expand and what would be the best way to tell this story to reach the audience that we're looking for, which were kids. And through conversations with the CAF, that allowed us at Hemlock to design a story and write a script and execute a film that we felt, and they seemed to agree, reflected what they were looking to get out of the project. The way that the Rise Above program was designed, it was to be a mobile IMAX theater. And nobody had ever done that before, so early on we started trying to determine what does that mean. What it ended up becoming was a screen set up in a 48-foot semi-trailer that expanded out and turned into an 8-foot by 48-foot curved screen that curved around the audience in 180 degrees. After we knew what that was going to be, which took a lot of research and development, we were able to determine how we needed to shoot that. There were only a couple of options on how we could make a movie like this. One was to shoot it in IMAX, which was cost prohibitive. The other was to shoot it with RED technology. And we used that technology to the absolute extent that was available to us. We were given about 4 months to create and execute the film. That in itself is quite a dilemma for any filmmaker. But when we're designing a film for a theater that had never been designed before, and we wouldn't have a chance to test it before we had to display it to the public, it challenged us in terms of being able to not overreach what was possible. And I think that we were able to design a program and design a film that was cutting edge, but able to deliver what the expectations were for the customer.
Getting to work with the CAF was really exciting for us because it's where our passion lies. We like to make aviation documentaries, and working with veterans is even more what we love to do. So getting this opportunity was wonderful.
104 George, take 2.
Stand by. And action.
We had Colonel Charles McGee in our movie, and we had him come to Cleveland for 4 days. And he was our main guy.
What we had to do was go there.
It was really something to have him there with us, and he did a wonderful job in the movie. It was definitely one of the best experiences to get to work with him.
By the way, you still want to be an astronaut?
Yes, sir.
You know, that's great. Over my years, I've learned that nobody can stop you but you yourself.
The trailer's on the road 40 weeks of the year, and it's traveling around to different places in lots of schools and like Boy Scout groups and local organizations. Everybody seems to be falling in love with it. At some locations, they're getting hundreds through in a day. So they're doing really well with it, and I think they're really happy with the way it's turned out. And they get lots of comments from people that come out that how wonderful it turned out.
When you talk about the end user, which is the kids that they want to teach about this, we hear stories of kids who never ever want to talk about school with their parents, go to this trailer, and then when they come home, they won't be quiet for days about what they have heard and what they have seen. And that's incredibly satisfying. When you bring Tuskegee Airmen into the trailer to watch a movie about them, there's a lot of pressure at that point that you have made a movie about war heroes. And when they come out and shake your hand, that's very satisfying.